Two minutes. 2 minutes.
Z92.7 WZBD Radio presents exciting high school wrestling. Brought to you in part by the many community-minded sponsors you'll hear. And now to the gym for the exciting action.
Welcome, wrestling fans, to the afternoon session, early evening session And the placement round session here at the IHSAA Boys Wrestling State Finals. I see multiple people doing what Rex and I did over the last 10 minutes, and that was scurry to our positions and to start working again after what's been a long 24 hours. Cameraman on mat 2 was not ready. But we are underway, and one of the reasons why we jump on so early in this round is because the IHSAA state title, team state title, could be won or lost right here on this mat. Here in the third place match for 106 pounds, Brownsburg trails Center Grove by 9.5 points. They have 3 head-to-heads, 1 in this round and 2 tonight in the finals. Our math says that Brownsburg desperately need to win all 3. The 2 finals matches are number 1 versus number 2. And Brownsburg is ranked number 1 in both of those matches, so they are technically favored in those. But this one is one that they are going to desperately want. We take a look at the rankings here real quick for these 6-pounders. And Huddleston is ranked 7th and Hamilton ranked 10th. So from Brownsburg perspective, they need to chalk up 3 wins in those 3 matches that we're talking about, just to draw even with Center Grove and then try to match them the rest of the way and take it as deep into the night as they possibly can. Brownsburg's last wrestler, though, is at 150 pounds in the finals. So right now it is Alex Huddleston who has the escape in the second period. Remember, all of these matches in this next session will have 1-minute first periods. Huddleston, though, gives up the first takedown of the bout to Joe Hamilton. And Hamilton now leads it 3-1. Dane Filling with you live here from Indianapolis from Gainbridge Fieldhouse. I'll be joined later on in the evening by my broadcast partners this weekend, Rex Brewer and Josh Gaskell. A total team effort this weekend to get through all of the matches that we need to call for you. We want to thank Steve Rouse back at the studio, along with Christian King earlier in the day, Steve Gagel earlier in the day, Dave Nathan for getting everything set up this week. And, of course, everybody on the Z team. 7th place match is between Nick Russell, and he just picked up the fall against Gavin Longoria. So Bloomington South picks up a medal. Goes over to Coach Deckard and gets congratulations.
Your 7th-place winner by fall from Bloomington South.
5th place match right now is in favor of Julian DeLuna, but he's on his back. Nolan Culp has taken DeLuna to his back. I think he's stuck. They did not get the call. And instead, it's going to be a 7-1 lead for Nolan Culp over DeLuna. See Krager West at Johnson's Auto Sales, the corner of Adams and 13th Street, Decatur, for your next car, truck, SUV, or van. Johnson's Auto Sales wishes all wrestlers good luck. And now in the broadcast booth, Hall of Famer Rex Brewer.
Well, Dane, remember back in the day when you went to a sporting event and you had maybe a nasty hot dog and a bag of stale popcorn? Where do you go and get a delicious bowl of pulled pork mac and cheese that tastes like it would come off of a gourmet chef? That was pretty delicious.
I appreciate that your first contribution to this afternoon's session revolves around concessions.
Well, you know, we all have to eat, Dane. And I took the opportunity during that last round, instead of eating, I took a nap because I knew I'd have to drive home tonight. And I'd rather have some sleep than some food. But some good matches here coming up in this round. I think, like you said, the team race could be decided here in this very first match, with Brownsburg being favored in the 2 final matches.
So Huddleston lets Hamilton up here in the third period, and he trails now 4-2. The difference in the match being the takedown by Hamilton. These matches worth 2 points if they're just decisions. Doesn't matter whether it's 3rd, 5th, or 7th, although I don't believe. Brownsburg has no one wrestling for 5th or 7th, and Center Grove has just one wrestler wrestling for 5th. So Center Grove with 4 matches in this round and Brownsburg with 2. All the more reason why it's up to Brownsburg to pull off this win here, but it's not looking likely, as Huddleston's hit was stalling despite the fact that he's trailing 4-2. There's only 40 seconds left, and he's running out of time. Coach Swain and the Trojans will be able to taste victory if they can come up with 2 or 3 more wins out of the remaining 4. Rex, it is a monumental day in Adams County athletics with the Belmont girls on the cusp of going to the state finals in girls basketball.
You know, I just got a text from the judge, and he said, well, if the girls go to state next week, I'm going to Gainbridge. So, you know, if it brings the judge from wrestling season to girls basketball season,
right.
That's all it takes.
Joe Hamilton's going to hold on. He's going to take 3rd place, and the math just got way more difficult for Brownsburg. We have sudden victory for 5th place between DeLuna and Culp.
They're all knotted up at 8-8 as we go into the 4th period here. These fine sponsors all wish good luck to the Zeeland area wrestlers today. Fleming Excavating, DeVos, Baker, Ainsworth, and Razzo, Sulking International, Walters Plumbing, New Holland Tri-County, and Complete Printing Service.
And DeLuna coming very close. Oh, no. Culp trying to hip over. DeLuna's got the takedown. Julian DeLuna will be your 5th place finisher. And with that, we'll take a break, come back with the 113s. You're listening to High School Wrestling here on 92.7 FM.
Injured in an accident, need representation in civil, criminal, or family law matters? Call DeVos, Baker, Ainsworth, and Razzo for assistance. Our office has experienced trial lawyers who can guide you through the litigation process and provide you with quality legal service at competitive rates. Call 724-2129 to schedule an appointment with one of our attorneys or visit our website at devoslaw.com for more information.
Finding and keeping good employees isn't easy. They want benefits that protect them and their families. Without them, your best people may look elsewhere. The good news, you can offer health, dental, vision, disability, and life coverage together or individually in a way that's simple and flexible. I'm Eric Shavanius at Bixler Insurance, and I can help you find the right plan to attract quality employees, keep them engaged, and give your business a competitive edge. Call me at 260-589-2142. I'll show you how simple it can be to offer meaningful benefits without straining your budget.
Looking for unbeatable deals? Head to Kelly Auto Mall of Decatur. With over 70 years of trusted service, we offer Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram all in one location. Enjoy free car washes for life, a huge selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, and limited time offers on our remaining 2024 inventory. Deals this good won't last. Hurry in today.
Most of us take clean water for granted, but the plain truth is cities work hard to keep our waterways and stormwater sewers as clean as possible. In the field and around the neighborhood, you are the city's eyes. What you casually observe can make a difference. So if you see signs of trouble, including odd odors, unnatural water color, or signs of dumping or spills, please notify the city immediately. Be proactive. Choose to make a difference. Get more ideas on the web at decaturin.org.
Indiana Physical Therapy is your independent local choice for physical therapy. There's no referral needed to come see us, and we accept all insurance. With direct access, you can just walk in and request an appointment at any of our 18 convenient locations. Our team of expert therapists are here to help you recover and get you back to doing what you love. Visit us online at indianapt.com to request your appointment.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Welcome back here as the 113s are on the mat, and Cade Jackson already has a takedown against Spencer McCammon.
And with that, looking across the mat, it's Caleb Morrow of Roncalli with a 1-0 lead over Andrew Elmore of Zionsville. And on the other mat, it's Cruz Oretta trailing Tate St. Laurent 3-1. And as they go across the way, mat number 1 to your right on your radio dial is 7th place. The mat in the middle is 3rd place, and the mat on the far left is 5th place. Delta guys going with their fight shorts and their tops, their shirts for the finals here.
Those match Rex?
No,
I don't think they do. We're not the fashion police, but we're just saying. Now I'm a big fan of St. Laurent's singlet. I always like that golden singlet with the clover on it.
Mike and Joe, after one of their shows, had a thing, favorite uniforms, and one of them was the pen gold, the shiny gold. And it's kind of like that.
I've always been a big fan of Maryville's singlets. They always look sharp, clean.
Back in the day, Dane, when we had one singlet, then the school had one singlet for about 15 years. It's not like you saw a lot of different singlets. And if you went to a big tournament, you wrestled 5 matches, and that baby was pretty ripe by the time at the end of the day.
I like being able to look at a kid that I've never seen before and being able to recognize him by his singlet. I go to enough tournaments that I shouldn't have to wonder who that is.
I don't know. The Jets broke out the new ones this year, the black with the white pinstripe. Totally threw me. Not enough red in there for the Jets uniforms for me, but they didn't consult Rex Brewer before they made their uniform choice, so that is their prerogative. Right now, team score shows 129 for Center Grove, 117.5 for Brownsburg, Crown Point at 77, so it's a 2-horse race right now. These fine sponsors wish good luck to the area wrestlers and Z Team this week. It's Highway 27 Landscape, Triple D Maintenance and Repair, Miller's Floors and More, Grody Chiropractic, K&R Contractors, and Eichhorn Jewelry.
Boy, we've had a lot of people, Rex, who have stepped up, going all the way back to early October when we started selling wrestling this year. A lot of excitement, and you'd have to say this season really lived up to the billing when it came to expectations for South Adams. A return to the state finals, a trip to Team State. You think about Adams Central taking it all the way to the wire at Team State, winning a conference title. You think about Belmont. They exceeded expectations in so many ways. It's been a lot of fun, and we've definitely enjoyed bringing it to you.
And I can see the salesperson in Dane Felling licking his chops this week as a possibility for state championship ads for the girls basketball team are looming in the future.
Yep, definitely. We've already had so many people step up. I don't know how Matt Converse got through his entire ad list today. He is a pro, though. If anybody can get through a long list, it's Matt Converse.
And drive the bus home.
That's right.
It's a 5-4 match as McCammon has decided to cut loose Kay Jackson and put him up on his feet. 5-4 is the score with 1 minute left to go in this regulation match here. And the Delta Eagles have decided that overtime was the way to win their way through this tournament today. As now McCammon with a leg picked up, trips down, and he gets the takedown on Jackson. As you hear the cheers in the background from the Navy sport coats off to our right. The Evansville Mater Dei boys cheering section. And Dane, that's always a good look. I mean, there's a lot of basketball teams will do that. They roll into a gym and their coaches like, we will dress for success. And sport coats, ties, their khaki pants.
It's a classic look for them, that's for sure.
If you're out here in the hallway and in the concourse area walking through, you know that the Mater Dei boys are walking by.
And, you know, you look at them, they're into it. They're more than just 7 or 8 guys who are elite in the state of Indiana. How many of those guys over there, Rex, will never wrestle a varsity match for Mater Dei?
Well, 80% of them.
But do they enjoy being part of the team? I'd sure say so.
So it is your winner for 3rd place. It's McCammon, Spencer McCammon, the freshman from Evansville Mater Dei, your 3rd place winner here today.
Caleb Morrow wins it for Roncalli
And your
for
7th
7th place.
representing the Roncalli Royals, Caleb Morrow.
And St. Laurent is currently leading 9-3 as we get ready for the 120s here.
I rode down the elevator to the media room to get a drink and shared the elevator with Mike Reiser. They must be on the floor something. I don't know where they have Mike and Joe.
I think they're sitting up in section 114. That's what they told me at least. So as we wrap up the 113s, we'll take a break. Be back with the 120s right after this.
If you're thinking of building an addition or remodeling or just starting from scratch and you want to add the beauty of a built-in or freestanding gas fireplace, the folks at IHSAA Fireplace and Patio, 269 East Main Street in Bern, have the expertise and craftsmen to install a gas, coal, or wood fireplace and design staff to help you decide which will serve your needs best. Cozy, warm, fuel-efficient, and mood-setting. Call IHSAA, 589-8536.
Quality dentistry for people of all ages. That's what you'll find at Decatur Dental Services. This is Dr. Taylor Trevere at Decatur Dental Services. We provide a wide range of dental treatment, including preventative, cosmetic, restorative, and reconstructive dentistry. Located at the corner of 224 East and Pickway Road in Decatur, we offer convenient office hours, Monday through Thursday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Friday, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. For more information about our practice, please find us on Facebook or visit our website at DecaturDentalIN.com.
Well, if you're anything like me, you've got a list a mile long of outdoor projects that can wait till spring or until you have time. Well, let's be honest, if you're like me, you need a pro because you don't have the time or the equipment to get it done right. That's why I call Jim at the Little Container Company in Bern at 273-7692. Whether it involves dirt, demo, dozing, or digging, he has all the tools and all the toys to do the job affordably and correct the first time. Give Jim a call at 273-7692 or search Little Container Company on Facebook. Trust me, it'll be worth it.
Krukeberg Auction and Realty has been your trusted partner in the auction process. Buying or selling, they make the steps straightforward and easy, guiding with expertise and commitment. A family-owned local business, not just auctioneers, your neighbors supporting local athletics. Feel confident you're in the right hands. Call Krukeberg Auction and Realty today. Experience the difference with family you can trust.
At Three Rivers Federal Credit Union, we're focused on empowering you to achieve financial wellness by offering the resources and support you need every step of the way. We're equally committed to bettering lives in our region through volunteerism, community funding and partnerships, college scholarships, and more. We give back to the people, places, and ideas that matter most to you. Learn more at threeriversfcu.org. Three Rivers is federally insured by the NCUA. 120s are back on the mat for the final time until we get to the state finals tonight, the championship bouts. We've enjoyed watching these 120s. Peyton Shetley and Aiden Carver, Reed Wicker, and Jacob Powers wrestling for 5th. And your 7th place match is Braylon McIntyre, who we've been very impressed with all season long. He's taken on Ethan Alvarez. His coach, David Maldonado, is asking some questions of our officials.
And his walk to the other side of the mat was in vain. No changes made. Shetley starts period number 2 on top, but he trails Carver as we start the second period. 3-0 is the score in that match for 3rd and 4th place. Reed Wicker with a 1-point lead as he gets a escape to start the second period over Powers of Crown Point. Jim Bopp officiating the match for 7th and 8th place. No, I'm sorry, the 5th and 6th place match. Kurt Crouch refereeing a match for 3rd place. Wicker is in on a single leg. Has that single leg picked up. Tried to hit a little dump to drop him down. Changes position on a mat to make sure that he has plenty of room to take him down. And a takedown has been given, so it's a 4-0 lead now for the Delta Eagle wrestler, Reed Wicker. We talked about these Delta guys all weekend long, and there are no seniors in this squad. A couple of juniors in, Boyd and Mosier. And Wicker comes up with a bloody nose after that scramble. Other fine sponsors that want to give shout-outs to our wrestlers here this weekend from the Zeeland area. It was Graber Insurance, Decatur Dental Services, Hobbaker Ace Lumber, Famous Sponsor Pizza, and Liechty Brothers Plumbing and Heating. Liechty Brothers is one of the sponsors of our Saturday morning football and basketball coaches shows and have been for many, many years. We thank their fine sponsorship for bringing those extra shows to you, just like the High School Wrestling Weekly. That we have one more session left of that for the season, Dane, as we gather at the Double Eagle Clubhouse Grill tomorrow night.
We didn't have a coach's show this morning. There was nobody left at home to host the show. Everybody was gone. Ed was gone. You and I were gone. Dave was driving to LaPorte.
Matt was driving the bus.
Mike Mackey's off in Florida.
I thought they just didn't have a coach's show because at the end of the season they were done.
No, they usually have, I think, 2 more. One today and one next week for the end of the boys' season. But
so West End had a little bit of extra breakfast left over, I think, this morning.
They must have. Hopefully somebody told them.
Now,
I don't think they ever run short of people coming through the door wanting breakfast.
Now, is your next-door neighbor at school, is he all aware of the benefit of coming to the football coach's show in the fall?
I believe so. He said he spoke with you and is getting excited about that aspect of things.
It was good to hear that Grady talked highly about Chuck and how he thinks that Chuck could be the one to help start that thing back on its right track.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Belmont, they've been bad, right? And they've struggled. And they continually have rotated through quarterbacks through these last 5 years. And in some cases, there have been guys who have returned to the team, and they don't want to be quarterback the next year because it's been so bad. And I think there's maybe 3 or 4 years in a row where the previous year's quarterback returned to play and wasn't the quarterback the next year. So there's been no continuity in the offense, and I think one of the biggest things for Belmont is simply going to be Chuck being the one that everybody can depend on.
A lot of teams, if you get a good quarterback, maybe if you get him his junior year and he plays a couple of his junior, senior year. But I know Adams Central one year when Andrew Hammond had to step in as the guy in front of him was senior, blew up his knee or something, and Adams Central had Andrew Hammond for a quarterback 4 years. And by the time he was done, he was the best quarterback that they'd seen in a long time.
Much like Jamie Roach here.
Yeah.
When it comes down to it. So it sounds like the third member of our team, our spotter, has lined us up some interviews, including one Chuck Farrote and one Gabriel Myers later on in the broadcast. So if you're listening, make sure you stay tuned in for that.
Is it a package deal, Chuck and Hank both, or?
I don't know. Hank, God bless him. Sometimes he just has a little different attitude than his brother.
Jeremy Carver gets a win over Shetley, and Carver is your champion, third place winner. 3-0 is the score there. Alvarez of Maryville is your 7th place winner.
But we have been promised an interview with Gabe and with Chuck. We'll see if, and that's okay. We've talked about this earlier in the broadcast. If an athlete says they're not in the right mindset to give an interview, we don't need to talk to them. It's fine.
Reed Wicker, 17 seconds left to go in his bout to claim a 5th place medal. He gives up the escape 2 powers and spends the last 5 seconds in a front headlock on the edge of the mat. Jimmy Bopp does give him his 3 takedowns, so it's going to be a 10-2 win for Reed Wicker from the Delta Eagles for 5th place.
Got that extra point. They make up some ground on Crown Point. Now they're really getting excited. They put that 3 points up, Rex, before they raised his hand. Delta only 6.5 points behind Crown Point. They still have 2 finalists and Sam Mosier, correct?
Yeah.
So they still have 3 matches yet where they could win. So with that, Rex, let's go ahead and play another round of messages here. And we'll be back with the next weight class. You're listening to High School Wrestling here on WZBD.
For the past 100 years, Smith Brothers has built a solid reputation by providing quality furniture that lasts for generations, and they continue to employ the best construction techniques and components available to offer frame and fabric styles to satisfy every taste, from transitional to traditional and all stops between. Sitting is believing. Test one of their recliners to see how quality engineering makes them stand out. Feel the difference quality makes.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance.
See Toby, Mark, Kyle, or Barb at Graber Insurance with offices on Highway 27 North in Bern and 623 West Monroe Street in Decatur.
Hey, do you know when and where we can recycle in Adams County?
Well, I know you can recycle from 8 to 4 weekdays and Saturday 8 to noon at the transfer station next to Golden Meadows.
Okay, where else?
In Decatur, behind D&D Marathon on the east side of town on Thursdays, Mondays at Simon Manufacturing 27 South in Bern, and in Monroe on the third Tuesday at the fairgrounds. Plus, you can always get the latest info at adamscountyswmd.com.
Thanks.
When you need building materials, you need Arnold Lumber, 425 Winchester Street in Decatur, featuring lumber in a wide choice of sizes, plus doors, windows, roofing, and more. Whether it's a complete new home or remodeling, a new deck or deck repair, a new kitchen or a kitchen update, whether it's an erected or materials-only garage or pole barn package featuring quality metal, free professional designs and estimates. Arnold Lumber provides it all. Open 7 to 5 Monday through Thursday till 4:30 on Friday and 11:30 on Saturday.
Adams Sports Medicine provides certified athletic trainers at many high school athletic events. These trainers specialize in injury prevention. Dr. Robert Kinney is board certified in physical medicine and rehabilitation as well as sports medicine, while Dr. David Coates is board certified in orthopedic surgery. Both Adams Medical Group physicians will be there to provide non-surgical and surgical care. Visit adamshospital.org or call 1-833-724-DOCS to schedule an appointment.
Welcome back here as Rex Moore is in a cradle. Noel Verduzco leads at 7-1, Rex.
You know, Moore was right there, and he was in on a takedown. And next thing you know, Verduzco locks up a side cradle and takes him over, and he's got 4 in the pocket here as Aislinger has the 4 earned. That 4 points going to make it 11-1. On mat number 1 for 7th place, it's Blake Getz with a 3-0 lead over Eli Ogle of Tri-West Hendricks. Colin Strayer of Crown Point, he trails Wyatt Ulrey of Evansville Mater Dei 3-1, and that match is in the second period with 45 seconds left to go. I'd like to thank you all for joining us here for this long weekend, and other fine sponsors that wish good luck to the wrestlers there today are Lehman Feed Mill, 4 Girls and a Dad Construction, Pizza King and Decatur, Indiana Trailer Sales and more, and AB Cinema.
Just got a nice story in from Randy Heisner for the girls semi-state semifinal up on our website.
I did listen to part of that match, that game throughout the day while the wrestling matches were going on, and it sounded like the Braves got out in front and just kind of coasted to the end and hung on and forced Culver to foul them down away, and Belmont wins it going away by about 9 points.
Now, talking about the first set of games, Randy Heisner told me that he felt that the first game that Belmont played in was a really tense physical affair. And Connorsville played in the second game, and theirs was very laid back and stress-free. Both teams kind of sat back in a zone and just took what was there. See if that has any effect on tonight's game.
From listening to Matt and Lou, it was like you could bump and not get called for a foul really hard, but the little reach-in ticky-tacks were very prevalent. Got several girls on both sides of the ball in foul trouble. I think Kate Kitson ended up fouling out at the end, along with Culver's, one of their stars. Belmont, a pretty good free throw shooting team. They hit their free throws down the way and ice the game and puts them into the next round here. Well, Rex Moore and Verduzco just flying around the mat here.
And Rex, I think it would be an appropriate time to send our best wishes to Steve Lee, who is recovering from some surgery and dealing with some medical issues. And, man, you look at the girls' basketball team, and you think what they would be without the experiences that they've gained on the soccer field and everything that they've learned from Coach Lee. Certainly you and I both wishing him the best as he fights a pretty tough battle with cancer here over the next couple of months.
Well, you know, you and I both follow a lot of soccer, and soccer and basketball are very similar. The court's just much smaller, but the game is the same. The strategy to move the ball around and control the ball and put it in the net one way or another. I know when I was coached youth league kids, and they just want to run and kick the ball to get the middle of the field. And it's like, if you're playing basketball, you wouldn't have dribbled to mid-court and hand the ball to their team, would you? And they're like, well, no, then don't do it in soccer. Verduzco, the winner, 11-1 over Rex Moore for third place.
I know Coach Lee was at the regional game last week, probably listening at home today. A big fan and a big friend of WZBD. So we wish Steve and his family all the best of luck as he fights this big battle. Well, Rex, we've run through another weight class. Let's take another break here. And when we come back, we're getting closer to our placement round matches for our Adams County guys. We'll be right back after this.
9 miles from Monmouth and 9 miles from Fort Wayne, situated on 27 just south of 469, sits 9 Mile Restaurant, your home for great meals since 1837. Providing home-cooked meals to travelers between Decatur and Fort Wayne for over 180 years, 9 Mile has stood the test of time as an institution on the southern edge of Allen County. With seating on the family side, the bar side, and outdoors, there's always a reason to stop and have a meal. 9 Mile also has a full-service bar and a professional service that can cater your next event or party. The next time you're on your way to or from Fort Wayne, stop in. You've gone the distance. Welcome to 9 Mile.
Every drive should feel safe and stress-free. At Best One Tire and Service, our team is here to provide you peace of mind every mile of the way. Right now at Best One, you get a full synthetic Valvoline oil change for just $49.99 after rebate. While you're here, take advantage of the lowest tire prices around. And with financing options available, taking care of your car has never been easier. Stop settling for less. Visit the best for all your tire and service needs. Best One Tire and Service. Selling tires, serving people.
Don Myers Plumbing and Heating in Bern is your American Standard home comfort dealer. American Standard has been in business for more than 100 years and welcomes Don Myers Plumbing and Heating of Bern as one of their independent dealers. Don Myers Plumbing and Heating and American Standard will provide your home or business with energy-efficient heating and cooling equipment, saving you money. Don Myers Plumbing, Heating and Cooling at the east edge of Bern on Adams County Road 000, your American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
Hi, this is Tina with Innovative Concepts Audio Video. Let us help you fall into the perfect fit for your home theater entertainment. Whether it's a stunning home theater, crystal clear audio, or smart home upgrades, we've got the tech to match your style and budget. Stop by Innovative Concepts at 1421 Manchester Street in Decatur and make your home the place everyone wants to be this season. We bring technology to you.
The staff at Haggard, Hershey, and Zelt Funeral Home is honored to serve the community we love and live in. Locally owned and operated by Ryan Hershey and Eric Zelt, we understand that each family we serve and each life lived tells a unique story. Our goal is to offer comfort, care, and dignity to all who entrust their loved ones to our care. We are proud to call Adams County our home and look forward to serving you for generations to come.
Welcome back for the 132s. And Sean Harris trails 3-1 to Richard Rogers. Lane Horn and Royce Malone are scoreless, and certainly Brownsburg will be desperate to see Center Grove's Royce Malone fall in this one.
And they announced Hickson Love wrestling against Balkema, but Balkema will take that as injury default, as Hickson Love, after winning his match yesterday, leaves the arena hopping and has not wrestled another match, so he will injury default to 8th place. So Balkema is your 7th place finisher. And in your 5th place match, as Dane said, Rogers leads 3-1 over Harris. And in the 3rd place match, Royce Malone of Center Grove has a 4-0 lead over Lane Horn of Rochester Community. And he has been running that tilt series very well.
You can expect Sean Harris to be pushing for a spot at the state finals next year, along with his brother for the New Haven Bulldogs. The Fighting Harleys, as I like to call them. I tell you what, man, there's just some guys you love to watch coach, and Harley is one of them. He came in to the Belmont Middle School gym, I think it was on Tuesday, and he had 40 middle schoolers, and I teach middle school, so I can speak on this topic. He had those kids listening to every word that he said. They would have followed him off a cliff by the time the end of the night was there.
And Harley's one of those guys, I see him around town outside of the wrestling community, and he's just nice and polite and good as guys you ever want to meet off the wrestling mat as well.
And he ain't in it for the money. I can tell you that, because I got a feeling he doesn't make a whole lot as an assistant coach and a middle school coach. But there aren't many guys out there right now who are in those jobs for the money. Outside of me and you, Rex, and Josh.
It's all about the Benjamins, baby. As we were talking to the officials yesterday, they come down and referee this long weekend, and by the time they take their food and their travel and their hotel accommodations, that check they get from the IHSAA usually is negative to their output.
Unless you want to sleep in a cardboard box under the railroad tracks.
You know, a lot of times their families will come with them and enjoy the event. I remember my first state finals at Market Square Arena. My wife and my young son at the time were up in the rafters, and he was playing in the aisle or something like that, and the little guy asked him, he said, "Who are you here for, son?" And he goes, "I'm watching my dad." He said, "Oh, what's your dad do?" He's a referee. And he said, "Which one is he?" And he says, "One down there with a bald spot on the back of his head." So from the upper deck of Market Square, my young son was still able to identify me, so that's a good thing.
I can spot you from a mile away, Rex.
That young man now just turned 36 years old, so it's been a couple of years since I was at Market Square. So,
all right, and to Trent McCormick on the way back here. He was enjoying the festivities. Shook my hand. Said that he was really enjoying the weekend. Said the guys from our regional were really impressive.
Well, I wasn't going to tell you guys because I almost ran into someone, but
he got out of your way.
No, he big dogged me. It was Indiana great Nick Lee. He was walking down the same sidewalk.
You walked on the same sidewalk as Nick Lee?
And
did he recognize you and say, "Hey, Josh, how you doing?"
He did not. You know, Nathan said, "Hey, that's Matt Lee right there." And I said, "You didn't notice the guy right next to him?" I'm like, he might be one of the best college wrestlers to come out of Indiana. And, we were talking about it back in our hotel room. A lot of the kids did not know much about him. And they said, well, he's only a one-time state champ. And I said, man, he wrestled one of the best matches in state finals history against Chad Red, and then went on to have a stellar college career. But, I took the L to him today and had to get out of his way on the sidewalk. So
Royce Malone. Not Royce. Yeah, Royce Malone is your winner over Horn. Final score 4-0. So your third place winner is Malone. Rogers takes 5th, and Volkema takes 7th.
I think the Malones are the Bakers and Froats of Center Grove. It seems like every year you're going to have a couple Malones.
So Hunter Douglas takes a mat as he is on mat 1 for the 7th place match, and he'll be wrestling against Colt Goodman of Franklin Central. In the center mat for 3rd and 4th, it is Landon Haynes of Brownsburg and Mason Gels of Avon. This gives Brownsburg open chance to gain a little bit on Center Grove without a head-to-head matchup. Peyton Richards of Switz County and Donald Bowie of Warren Central wrestling on mat number 3 for the 5th, 6th place spot.
Rex, I got a text from one of your old softball buddies. He says he also has an easy time spotting you when he sees you around town. Jimmy Hoffman.
Jimmy Hoff.
A big supporter of WZBD and Heritage Athletics.
Jimmy's probably sporting his hat like Bear Bryant wears with a little feather out the side that Jimmy wears all the time. Getting ready for our summertime sponsorship by the Hoagland Area Advancement Association.
Well, I hope they have us back.
Better get your sales hat on.
As much fun as we had there, I hope they have us back. Last year, we would have had a lot more fun if it had not been for the stupid Pacers making the NBA championships.
I don't think that's a problem this year, Dane.
I don't think we have to worry about it, do we?
We got to cover about an hour of the Demolition Derby. And, Josh, you think Dane and I enjoy covering wrestling.
We did have
Demo
fun.
Derby. The Demo Derby is a whole new sport. Not to mention gizzards on the boardwalk. Hunter Douglas trails 4-3 in his match against Colt Goodman of Franklin Central. As Peyton Richards of Switz County with a 6-0 lead over Bowie right now after 2 takedowns. The center mat, Landon Haynes and Mason Gels, is a 1-point match now. 1-0 Gels with the lead after his escape. That match is in the second period. Switz County put their first medalist in last year. Dane, have they made their way back into 1A Team State?
No, they didn't get voted in this year, correct? And I know they weren't on the list of automatic qualifiers, so they'll have to win their way next November and December. Rex, we've had so much traffic on the website today that I am not sure that this story is ever actually going to be posted.
Well, I know that I looked at I don't know if it was the first session or second session yesterday of our YouTube broadcast, and one of them was up over 1,700, so had good following yesterday.
Certainly a lot of big news stories, of course, as well, make a difference. And everybody trying to find the game or the contest that they're trying to follow. That makes it a little bit more difficult.
Dan, if we hit the next 500,000 mark lately on the website traffic?
No. We did make 1 million in 2025, and we're trying to make our way through. decent numbers in February. We got so many sponsors on the website of things too that not only do I have to post the story, I got to get all my sponsors in there.
And Dane, if you did want to sponsor on a website, well, how would a business do that?
Oh, a simple Facebook message would suffice. You can always email me at dane@wzbd.com. And we will be looking for sponsors here real soon for the spring season. Granted, we got to get through the next 15 days or so.
So, Dane, yesterday's segment, the first segment, we had 2,100 views. And our second segment was up to 4,900 views. Our segment this morning was at 2,400 views. And right now, we have 59 faithful followers watching.
Well, not much local excitement for us right now, although we are getting close. We are going to have a couple of extra special interviews here over the next 2 hours, so we hope that you can join us for that. The story is finally up, Rex. It finally accepted it.
And you guys just think Dane calls wrestling on the radio. Josh and I watch him manipulating the WZBD.com website all day long, writing stories, writing swim articles during a good wrestle match. Peyton Richards pitching a shutout here against Daniel Bowie as he has a 10-0 lead right now, with starting fairly early in the third period. The match for third and first place between Haynes and Gels is tied at 1-1. And Hunter Douglas, pretty tight match down here with Colt Goodman. It's a 10-8 lead for Douglas with 1:22 left to go. Oh, nice ankle pick. That was pretty, wasn't it, Josh?
It was.
Hunter Douglas, he gets his guy going one direction, ankle picks that right side, puts him right to his seat. Takes a 13-8 lead.
You know, as you guys were talking, I was just watching Belmont great Duke Myers getting the opportunity to hang out with his brother. You know, how many times do you see that happen when a guy goes and wrestles at a Big Ten college, gets the weekend free, and just seeing that moment shared between the two of them just kind of be a special memory for Gabe. And you know, it's kind of neat because this might be the only state finals Duke gets to, you know, watch Gabe. And so getting that opportunity, if he cracks the lineup, you know, he's not going to be able to bounce back as they have a Friday and a Sunday duel. So kind of watching them jog back and forth and poke fun probably at each other a little bit, brother rivalry.
Well, a couple years ago, I did not realize that Gabe was 1 year younger than he was. And Duke's senior year, I asked him, I said, so you get to be on a team with your brother next year? And his statement was, no, you get to watch that stud all by himself. And we're joined in the interview loft by one of the Bates brothers. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing well. How you doing?
We're good. Hunter is Hunter, go and tell us what you're up to right now. We've talked to you on the phone a couple of times, but you're down here in Indianapolis. What's your life doing for you these days?
Things are going well. I've been in the Indianapolis area, Fisher specifically, since about 2020. I was head assistant there at Fisher's from 2020 to about 2025, and then I kind of stepped away, got married, baby on the way, and then it allowed me to kind of work at the hospital more, make a little bit more money. But I still work with a lot of these kids on the north side, run some private practices with them. Julian Burgett here at 215, that's one of my guys I work with a lot, and so I've been blessed to be able to stay involved while, you know, moving to a new area, and I love where we're at now, and it's good to be in with those kids and, you know, get a good work ethic and bring some of that Adams County toughness to some of these Northside kids, and they're taking well to it.
Now, it's been a while since the Bagabas have had two semi-state champions, and a couple of good ones come down here, and both these guys have another year left. As you kind of watch your old team do that, what's that mean to you to see a couple of Bagabas come down here as semi-state champions?
Those guys have turned it on, man. I mean, with the changing of the guard and head coaches at the program, you know, as an alumni, you kind of hope that things stay, you know, as close to the same as possible. But, you know, I can't speak enough to Coach Landis and Coach Myers, and those guys both had successful programs before they came back to their alma maters there. And I think that they have the program on the right tracks. You got Aug and Shortgen, who have been hammers down here. And then they've got a lot of good kids they should be back next year, I think, with 4, 5, 6 kids here. And I think they're just on the come up, and I think they're going to keep getting higher and higher.
And that's one of those things that a lot of those guys put in a lot of work. And when you have a football powerhouse like the Adams Central Flying Jets, and you get two guys decide that I'm going to wrestle, and that's going to be the sport that I follow. I mean, not that those two guys are athletically, put together. They could have really did some good things for the football field, but their paths take them in a different direction.
Yeah, sometimes when you're committed, and I've told people this before, I made the one trip down to the state finals, and when I got here, I thought to myself, man, if I would have did this sooner, I don't know if I would have played football. It's such a cool experience, something that you get to do only so many times in your life. And even though those guys don't play on the football field, which the football team does, just well enough without them, but those guys focus everything on wrestling, and it shows. They come down here, they win a semi-state. Both of them place them very high down here against the best of the best. And I think, you don't have to just do one or the other or both. When you actually just sit down and dedicate time to your craft, it pays dividends.
We also talked about your brother is also on the team, was one of the coaching staff, and that's good. Those guys, Coach Perry and your brother and some of those guys have been around that program, through the Curry years, and now have hung in there. And what have they told you that has changed in that room that maybe is a good positive thing with the new coaches?
I think the number one thing they've told me that has changed is they really crank up the pace in practice. They really get after each other. In the old days, it wasn't so much about coming in every day and beating yourself to death in practice. It was just about getting in, get a good workout in, get through some technique, be nice, clean, crispy. But I think something that Landis and Myers have brought, is they get in there and they get after each other. There's only one way to really prepare yourself to wrestle down here against some of the best in the state, and that's to go to battle every single day.
We've got overtime here on mat number 2 in the middle, as Haynes and Gels all tied up at 1-1, and they're into the 30-second down periods, as nobody could score a takedown in the sudden victory match. This matchup between Brownsburg and Avon, and Avon could upset some things here for Brownsburg, as Brownsburg trying to climb their way back up close to Center Grove, as Center Grove, Brownsburg needed a win at 106 pounds, but could not get it. So here's another match where Brownsburg got a chance to gain some points here.
Now, Hunter, I grew up around the Carmel area, and coming back to Adams County, the schools are so much different. Just the amenities Fishers has, you can't even compare the two. And you think back to, Adams Central, and when you were wrestling, when you were playing football, what's the difference between that and Fishers?
The talent pool, man. I mean, I will say that kids from Adams Central, from Adams County, there's really, no difference when it comes to a mentality, right? You can be from the small town and still be as good as these kids down here. But what we don't have that they have is they just have kids on top of kids on top of kids, and most of them specialize in one sport. And so that allows them to get more and more experience in that sport and really just focus and hone in on the one thing that they do best. But I'm a big advocate for small town kids can do anything that these kids can do. It just takes a little bit extra, right? You got to put that extra time in. You don't have the amenities like these kids here in Indianapolis. They have Contenders, they have Red Cobra, they have all these different clubs that they can go to on a daily basis. And the good thing that Warrior Elite has done in Fort Wayne is it's opened that up for a lot of the kids in Adams County, Decatur, Fort Wayne. So you're seeing the playing field kind of start to level off a little bit, where these kids are getting the same experience, wrestling all year round, traveling all over the country, wrestling some of the best kids in the country. And so I think that's been one of the main things that's really helped, Fort Wayne as a whole really bring the level up, is now we're starting to have some of the same things and opportunities that these kids have. And you're seeing that we're starting to have kids place higher and higher and higher.
Yep. And it takes guys like Andy Oberlin to, really throw his really heart on the line and put something together like the Fort Wrestling facility. That takes time. It takes money. It takes effort. Tim Myers running the Madman Wrestling Club, and we have Wade McClurg on our show quite a bit for Warrior Elite. And like I said, if Indianapolis has 10 clubs in the Fort Wayne, Decatur area, we've got 3. That is the next step to get you to where you need to be.
Absolutely.
Now I'm going to ask you a question because we had the Jasper coach on, and he told us they had 100 guys in their room. Now I came from a school of 3,500 students, and we had 75. So I don't know how many Fishers averages, but to have 100 at Jasper, I was curious to how many Fishers normally has in their room.
So when I got there in 2020, it was kind of just the remnants of a team. They had individual success, right? You go way back, you had Mitch Schliga,
Yep.
right? He was dominant and doing everything that he did. And then Fisher's had a few kids, like you have like Jordan Lyle, you have Patrick Lux and all these guys coming through, but they're kind of few and far in between. When we got there in 2020, and I was blessed to be coaching with someone like Coach Deep there, where we are the same age. We grew up in that kind of transitioning from just wrestling local to wrestling in these clubs and wrestling all these different people. And we got them on board with, this is what we're going to do. We're going to stay together all year round. We will grab, a few kids from other programs to wrestle with us in the summertime, but for the most part, it's all of our kids that are on that team. And I think the biggest thing for us is just keeping that team together all year round, wrestling as much as possible, wrestling whoever's in front of you, and finding as many good kids to put yourself against as possible. I think there's only one shortcut in wrestling, right? It's the hardest working sport. There's only one shortcut, and that's to wrestle as many of the best kids as you possibly can, as often as you can.
Yeah, I was telling them, back at my high school with having 75 kids on the wrestling team, the advantage was you got a tournament in every week challenging for varsity, and with Jasper having 100, you're wrestling, maybe 100 matches a year, a lot of them aren't, with a referee, it's with your coach reffing it, but, that mat experience pays off in the long run.
Yeah. I think we started with lower numbers in 2020, but I think as of last year and this year, I mean, we packed that room that we have almost to the point where sometimes we beg them to give us a little bit bigger space.
Yeah, that's a good problem. That's what we call on the radio, a good problem to have.
Absolutely, problems of abundance.
Cache Mays with a 7-1 lead over Sam Mosier for the 3rd and 4th place match. Aiden Fernandez of New Prairie leads Tegan Newell 3-2 at the 5th place match. And in 7th place match, it's a 1-0 lead for Luke Reed over Asa Spencer of Evansville Mater Dei.
And slightly you'll have to transition to in years down the road. You could be at a high school event, with your kids, and it changes the whole dynamic. You'll look back and it'll all change. It's fun transition that you're in.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I've got a baby boy due at the end of May, so I'm just starting to hit that transition where it's about to be my turn to be dad.
Yep.
And put them through the whole process and just be there and support them and, try to give them everything they need to hit their max potential. I'm super excited.
Remember now, even if you have a girl, you're going to go through the same process now.
Well, yeah, of course. I think it's great for all young girls to at least be in wrestling. Learn how to be physical and kind of handle themselves, and I think it gives them a lot of confidence. To kind of be who they are and to get out there and get after it. Because wrestling is not just for boys. There's a lot of girls that get down here and they throw down, and they're really good at what they do.
Well, Hunter, since you're on the air with us, I'll share a special message that I just got while I was out in the hallway. It is from Margie Tebow, and she says, Josh, she loves you, and you are special. Rex, she loves you, and you are special.
I know where this is going.
She told me that she loves me, and I'm special, and I'm sure she loves you too.
Oh, Margie Tebow, what a staple of the Adams Central community, and she's at every event. She's always smiling. She's upbeat. I mean, she's just such a blessed person to be around.
And the other night on radio auction, Al couldn't figure something out, and Margie called in and told him what the real deal was. And so they didn't know it was Margie, but I did. It's like, yeah, that's Margie.
If there's one thing, it's Margie's going to get it right.
Got some blood time in the Sam Mosier match. But Cache Mays has really opened up the big lead on him in the 3rd period, and that is an 11-1 score right now.
Cache Mays is kind of an interesting case, too, because this is a Brownsburg kid who was kind of buried in the depth there of those lower weight Brownsburg teams for a while and then found himself at Zionsville here, and now he's been having a ton of success this year.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier. The state, the last couple of years adding the transfer, it's really helped the depth of a lot of sports because some of these kids get trapped behind a kid and only get 1 year of varsity exposure, and then they place, and we're like, where was that kid for the other 3 years? And it's like, well, he's behind a couple-time state placer.
Yep. Sean Breedlove, 175-pound state finalist. He was buried in that depth behind Krasia and all those guys for a while, and now he's finally getting his time to shine and, make his mark.
Well, as we get ready here for our first big match of this round, let's go ahead and take a break. And we'll come back with Dylan Ogg right after this.
Wygand Construction in Fort Wayne is building landmarks that impact the lives and communities we serve. At Wygand, we believe that our most important responsibility as a building contractor and construction company is to stand by our commitments to our clients and to our community. That's why we believe in supporting high school athletics, where our local teenagers show their commitments to their teammates, their coaches, their schools, and their communities. Wygand Construction. Trust. Well built.
The tranquility of rain in the meadow, the first kiss of a groom and his bride, the serenity of an Indiana sunset, the innocence of a sleeping infant. These are the moments captured by Yellow Creek Photography. Whether it's on location or in the studio in Decatur, Yellow Creek specializes in weddings, engagement photos, newborn shoots, and family portraits. Visit the website at yellowcreekphotography.com and browse through the collection of recent shoots. Then consider a local photographer for your next life-changing event. There's a dozen places to go to find new doors, windows, and cabinetry in our area. But no one makes a remodel more convenient on you, the customer, than Mr. Planners in Decatur. Stop in the showroom on 2nd Street and let them imagine what your dream kitchen looks like, or how they could take your bathroom and remodel it to look brand new. Mr. Planner's kitchen planning process includes meticulous attention to kitchen workflow that will complement the rest of your home's design and architecture. They've got the connections to subcontractors that will save you money on your next project. Check them out online at mrplanners.com.
Aspie's Best One in Hoagland is operating under its third generation of the Aspie family, Stu Aspie. Recently celebrating 70 years of business right in the heart of Hoagland, they specialize in tires, oil changes, service work, suspension, alignments, and light mechanical work. Stop in at the intersection of Hoagland and Minnick Roads at Aspie's Best One, where they treat every customer like family, with honesty and with the best prices around. Having the right personnel on the field is crucial to winning the big game. In the field of insurance, Steve Rich in Decatur is the man to trust for all your needs. A State Farm agent since 1980, Steve, with his staff, strives to make your experience as pain-free as possible. And when the time comes to make a claim, you can trust Steve to fight for you and help you in your time of need. After all, he's been doing this for 43 years. Visit SteveRichInsurance.com and get a free quote today.
Kid.
Welcome back as Luke Reed gets the takedown in overtime.
That's a lot of wrestling for a 7th place match. Those guys were going at it.
Lonnie Chamberlain gets it right and gets the call.
He got worked pretty hard by Coach Cook, though. Cook was on the sideline with him a lot there.
Coach Cook's a good dude.
In our 5th place match for the Hornets of Angola,
Taking 3rd place was Cash Mays and Fernandez of New Prairie is your 5th place winner. As we get to 150, it's going to be Dylan Ogg versus Connor Butt for 3rd place. It's going to be Malone and Davidson for 5th and 6th. Kirkpatrick and Goney for 7th and 8th.
And the cool thing about this bout, guys, is this could be the biggest match of the year for Dylan Ogg. I mean that, like, this is the one match where I feel like he's really going to have an opportunity to beat somebody up above him in those rankings and really make a statement. Not necessarily that he was a shoo-in to get to 3rd and 4th.
Arm whip.
That was pretty.
Pretty arm whip. I see those on videos all the time, but that's the first one I've seen in a match, and they work.
That was absolutely beautiful.
So Dylan takes a 3-0 lead here. And Gunnar Butt gets right back up to his feet, but Ogg already has the 3 points, and so he's in a single leg position now. But he's got 3 points in hand. The worst thing that's going to happen is they're going to go out of bounds, and Butt will have to start in the down position.
And if you've watched Gunnar Butt, he is like literally the mirror version of Dylan Ogg. Like, they are built the same. They wrestle very similar. Both tough opponents on top.
If you've never seen the arm whip, you're basically out in front. you guys just take your arm and spin around and whip the guy and you just step behind him. It just looks like the easiest thing, but it's not easy to perform, and Og performed it with perfection there.
A lot of agility involved in that. Ashton Goney over to our right, and Dallas Davidson. Would not have picked him to win a medal maybe 15 months ago, but by golly, here he is.
He gave Og everything he needed in semi-state finals last week.
Tell you what I really like to see from Og here is, you come out and you wrestle Clinton Shepard in the semifinals. That elbow's kind of hurting you. You get kind of rolled by somebody who's at that higher level, but then you come right back out here against Gunnar Butt and you get right after it. Take down in that first period. He's doing really well, maintaining space. Just gave up a reversal there, but that won't matter because he'll keep wrestling through here. And I love to see, kids who take a loss against somebody who's at that level just suit right back up and get back after it, because those are the kinds of things that are going to bring you up to those levels with those guys that are above you.
Well, and I always talk about getting the rub. You love as an Adam Central fan that he got to wrestle Clinton Shepard, because next year he knows exactly what he's got to do to be at that next tier. And Clinton's there, and Dylan Og is on his way. We've seen it through his years of growth. But you like that match in the semifinals for Dylan Og.
I do.
Og gives up the reversal at the end of the first period, and Butt chooses down in the second. No score over there for Goney. And Davidson has given up an escape against Malone. And Og lets Butt up, and it's 3-3.
So I'd really like to see Dylan Og stay engaged here. Sometimes when we get to a lead or we get in even matches here, we kind of open the space up a bit. I'd really love to see him take space. And there he goes. He's in on the leg there on that left side single.
A little arm drag to a low single.
Like to see him shelf it here, bring it up to his feet. We really don't want to wrestle down there on the mat and that shin whizzer too much.
Because these guys are so good at sliding behind and sticking the leg in and sneaking a takedown on.
Dylan tries to keep his hips back, but able to get his hips back and on the sprawl. Now putting a lot of pressure on the head of Og. Og tries to lift his head.
Good.
And shift up to a double. He goes back to a single. And he could finish this here. He's got 45 seconds left. He needs to keep Butt in bounds.
Sit him back.
I'd like to see him turn back in bounds here, drive him off that single and elevate.
And they're going to go out of bounds. So 3-3, 39 seconds left in the second period. And it looks like Goney must have been taken down. He trails now 4-0. Back underway here.
Og definitely the aggressor on his feet.
Butt takes a shot. Og blocks it pretty easily. 25 seconds left.
Davidson has tied his matchup down there, 1-1 with Marcus Malone.
Gunnar Butt tries to get a little arm drag of his own there.
Ten seconds left. Troy Hahn is stalking Kurt Crouch with the baton. And Butt tries to finish a double leg. Instead, Dylan rolls through, and no change.
Excellent chain wrestling from Dylan there. Shot at the end of the buzzer, could give it up with a few seconds left, continues to roll through and sprawl down.
And that's those guys that never give up a takedown, like on the edge of the mat, hit a standing Grammy or something like that, just to keep scrambling so that there's no control given.
Some of it just comes down to those guys are always so aware of how much time is left. And they know that all they need to do is just extend it past that buzzer.
We always try to teach our guys, always wrestle 1 second longer than that other guy. No matter you're out of bounds, time's off the clock. If that guy's going to wrestle, you're going to wrestle 1 second longer than that guy.
Og sits out and tries to switch, then gets to his feet, and Butt isn't going to try to return him down to the mat, and Dylan retakes the lead at 4-3.
Especially since the mat has gotten much bigger now, allowing him to wrestle out of bounds. It's like we've seen guys here this weekend stop wrestling on the edge and get caught and give up points.
I'd like to see Dylan stay inside here on the inside ties. We don't want to rest on top too much and let Gunnar get underneath our head and hands. Good duck attempt there.
Butt readjusts, then snaps Og down. Og with both feet out of bounds on the edge of the mat right in front of the scoreboard. And they go out. 1:08 left. Kurt Crouch will bring him back to the center. Don't forget, coming up in 10 minutes will be Braayson, followed in a half hour by the X-Man. A minute to go here. And Dylan Ogg is 1 minute away from third place. He's got a 1-point lead. He's in on a single leg now.
Really want to see him elevate, come up to his feet here, bring his head up.
Coach Mosier, Coach Landis in the corner. Dylan switches off to a double temporarily, goes back to the single, but those sets Dylan on his hip.
He'll find a way to hip down here and check out.
He's got a side cradle locked up.
Yes, he does.
Stay on that ankle there. That's good.
Pretty sloppy one, but I think they're hoping for a stalemate, both of them here.
Nice job of holding on to the ankle,
Good.
like you said, Hunter, and then working your way up to the knee and breaking that hold. There's 27 seconds left, and Rex is right. I think just holding on for a stalemate here.
Good. I like seeing Dylan get underneath that leg there. We don't want Gunner to sit the corner. There it is. Head underneath there, pop up out the back. Prevents Gunner from sitting the corner like a lot of these new Palestine kids like
seemed
to
early.
do.
I feel like there could have been 2 or 3 more seconds ticked away there.
When Kurt looked at Ogg and he looked over and looked at the clock, he said, yep, he's looking at time. We're going to take it off. Goni loses his match.
Don't want to dial back too much here. I want to see him get to this front head, push that head down and inside, or find a leg here.
Sprawl by
7
Dylan
seconds. Don't watch the clock. Stay through the legs here and roll. 2, 1, 3.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Gives up the takedown with 2 seconds left.
Dylan looks shocked. He lost the hold of the ankle with about 2 seconds left, and that was the sign. Ryan is going to...
He hung too long on it.
He's going to come talk in vain.
He's going to ask if that clock was run out. It was pretty close there at the buzzer.
Kurt had a good look at the clock. He was in good position.
Yep. Good effort from Dylan Ogg. Somebody who had a really tough draw last year. The Peyton Richards kid is very good. A lot of his losses come from very quality kids. So you love to see Dylan Ogg get down here and grab a top 4 placement. He's going to come back next year. He's going to be hungry for more. Sometimes these close losses to these real good kids, they just fuel that next launching point for these kids to get back, get after it, and sets a higher bar for them.
Malone is your 5th place winner over Davidson.
And with that, we'll take a break. I want to thank Hunter for joining us. Always appreciated.
Always.
And we got one more for Adams Central.
Always a pleasure, guys. Love being in here talking to you guys and getting to talk to everybody back home. It's nice to stay in touch, and thanks for having me.
We'll be right back after this.
Renowned around the Midwest for his skills and his creative abilities, Nate Bowers and the team at Bowers Paint Studio in Decatur work with a wide range of clients, from collision repair to custom paint jobs for classic cars and motorcycles. Located on Monroe Street on the west side of Decatur, Bowers is your place for body work too, whether it's getting your ride back on the road or finally getting that classic car, the paint job you've always wanted. Stop by or give Nate a call to put the best in the business to work for you.
Why lose out to pain? Visit Dr. Carla Grody at Grody Chiropractic, 320 West Monroe Street, Decatur. She's a specialist in the utilization of proven non-force techniques to treat injuries of all kinds requiring professional chiropractic care. Call 724-2510 for an appointment with Dr. Carla Grody. Open Monday through Thursday, closed Friday and Saturday. Grody Chiropractic, 320 West Monroe Street, Decatur.
Expert Transmission on US 224 in Decatur and on US 124 in Bluffton is the place to go for not only transmission help, but also full-service general auto and truck repair. Matt, Corey, and Tyler at Expert Transmission are experienced and ASE-certified mechanics who can diagnose and fix your family or work vehicle. Call Steve or Dustin soon to set up an appointment. Expert Transmission has the best warranty in the business. 5 years and 100,000 miles on a new transmission and can give you a free estimate. Call today at 724-2434 or like Expert Transmission on Facebook. Two Brothers Bar and Restaurant, located on the corner of 3rd Street and US 224 in the heart of downtown Decatur, is your home for great meals, a cozy atmosphere, top-of-the-line catering, and now free meals for kids. That's right, this summer on Tuesday and Wednesday nights, kids under 10 eat free with the purchase of just one adult meal. Whenever you come, Two Brothers is the place to sit and enjoy a meal. Offering burgers, wings, chili, ribs, appetizers, and nightly specials, Two Brothers has a banquet room, a bar side, and a family side. For your next meal, visit Two Brothers Bar and Restaurant in Decatur.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Decatur is John Kins. Get a quote at 728-8888 or visit kinsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Back here at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, Dane Filling live with you, along with Rex Brewer and Josh Gaskell. Jeffrey Hoivert is leading 7-0 against Deacon Dressler for 5th and 6th place. William Vander Lutgaren has a 4-0 lead on Jack Davis, and Jacob Weaver is leading Tyler Lavin for 7th place.
And Josh, I think you called it Gunnar Butt and Dylan Ogg, built from the same cloth. I mean, they're both tall, long, both good scramblers, and they both had their good moments there. I think Ogg was the aggressor on most of the attacks, and I think it kind of cost him as Butt just kind of sit back and countered a couple of his takedowns.
And the good thing for Dylan Ogg is Gunnar Butt graduates. So that's another guy. And, you know, we talked about earlier the possibility of Clinton Shepard, you know, changing his graduating year and leaving a year early. You know, I'm not going to talk too early, but that leaves, you know, the weight class, if he stays around there, a little bit more wide open, you know, as far as being higher up on the podium.
You know, and we saw Ogg at 57 for most of the season. Then he cuts down to 50. I could very easily see him going to 57, staying at 57, possibly even going to 65, and Shorty going up to 75. Those guys are, as seniors, they'll turn into men, and they will definitely mature and get bigger.
Well, what did Ogg start at as a freshman? 20 or 26, and you know, in 3 years he's
made that big jump last year. It felt like
38 to 57,
just
50.
Improved his build so much, and you know, same with Braayson. They, you know, you could tell they do more than just wrestle on the mat. Braayson says it's a little bit of picking corn too. That helps.
Yeah, how much corn do I have to pick to get bigger? Is that like how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck would?
Something like that, Rex.
I was gonna say, hopefully we're not on mute because you nailed that.
Hoivert leads at 13-0. Deacon Dressler's thinking to himself, I'm wrestling for 5th place. I'm not supposed to be wrestling Jeffrey Hoivert.
What about Jack Davis? Davis had a great season. Wrestled a lot of big matches. Sometimes didn't take his team with him, but wrestled those big matches. But wrestled Al Smith. William Vander Lutgaren has a 4-0 lead over Davis right now. Oh, no, Davis just threw him, caught him, and did a little bulldog flip over the top. But he hasn't got anything yet. Kevin Troy gives him the 3. He's trying to crank that arm over and get back points, but it's not going to do it. So Davis is going to climb closer. 4-3 now, the score. 20 seconds left to go as Van Lutgaren can just hang on here for the last 15 seconds and not get turned. He's got a hold of Davis's arm, and he's going to roll him out of bounds the last 10 seconds. Potentially dangerous on the knee. That's going to give a fresh start, but the Center Grove wrestler, he's going to put him up, so it's going to make the score 5-3 with 8 seconds left to go. Davis in on a shot. Got the single leg picked up. Can he trip him down? Gets behind, and he did get the 3 takedown with 1 second left. Jack Davis, persistent. And there's, just when you think the time's out, 8 seconds is plenty of time to get a takedown. So Jack Davis comes back and gets a 6-5 win for 3rd place.
Deacon Dressler gets a takedown on Jeffrey Hoivert.
And you know, something to say, as you even said, you know, maybe possibility of Dylan Ogg bumping up to 57. Every one of these place winners, other than Deacon Dressler, graduates at 57. So
there you go.
Just kind of interesting how this story will play out over the next year.
Well, guys, as we await Braayson, let's play one more round of messages before the 165s come up. You're listening to High School Wrestling here on WZBD.
This is big, and it's easy. That's why they call it the Big Easy from Hubbard Feeds. What's so big about it? A 100% rebate of your interest payments on any beef nutrition financed. What's easy? One finance program. One place to buy all your beef nutrition products. It's big and easy. It's Hubbard Feed's Big Easy Full Interest Rebate Offer. Stop by Lehman Feed Mill on 000 or call 589-2451. Offer good for limited time with approved credit. Minimum purchase required. Rebate dependent upon timely repayments.
Want to make your home a more comfortable place, but don't think you can afford a top brand heating and cooling system? Well, Carrier has the right solutions for every budget. When you turn to Liechty Brothers, your Carrier expert, they'll show you the full lineup of best-in-class home comfort systems and help you pick the one that best fits into your home budget. Because in this economy, who couldn't use a little more comfort?
Hi, this is Kent at Liechty Brothers Plumbing and Heating with a very simple philosophy. Show up on time, do what you say you'll do, and if there's a problem, fix it.
Liechty Brothers, 251 East Water Street in Bern.
Locally owned and operated by Shane Reynolds and family, DDD Maintenance and Repair is your place to go for heavy-duty truck and diesel engine repair. Located just outside of Monroe, DDD Maintenance and Repair also offers sand and glass blasting for all of your surface restoration projects. Whether you're looking to get your truck or diesel engine to run like new, or your metal restoration project to look like new, we have a blast renewing the past. Give Shane and the guys a call at 223-5442. That's DDD Maintenance and Repair. Miller Land Surveying is one of Northeast Indiana's premier full-service land surveying firms. From lot and boundary surveys to large topographical, commercial, and industrial surveys, Miller Land Surveying can help you with all of your surveying needs. With a seasoned staff, the latest technology, and a drive for perfection, rest assured your project will be done professionally and efficiently completed every time. MLS is proud to support today's broadcast and encourages everyone to get out and support local athletes.
Pampered Coach is a family-owned, community-minded business dedicated to providing the best sales and service for all your trucking and trailer needs. Pampered Coach on 930 at the edge of New Haven specializes in day cabs and sleepers. They also have a wide selection of new and used trailers. Celebrating 40 years in 2024, the guys at Pampered Coach offer a full-service department for both trucks and trailers to go along with their outstanding sales department. Visit pctrucks.net or visit Pampered Coach in person on 930 in New Haven.
Welcome back as we're ready to go here at 165. Braayson Shan going for 5th place. And here to call it for you is Josh Gaskell.
Here we go, the Adam Central Jets fans listening careful for this one as Braayson is going to make his mark in the history of the state finals, going for 5th place as he wrestles a tough opponent in Oliver Hallett from Indian Creek. Braayson started off the tournament with a win over Charles Barnes of Michigan City, then fell to Camden Bauman. And Braayson now in on a shot attempt. His opponent ran into Brant Beck after winning in the the first round. So both these guys have already got back in the win column, being 2-1 on the weekend.
Beck gets the opening takedown on Ballman, and then Ballman gets escaped, so 3-1's the score in that match.
15 seconds left in this first period. Both guys kind of filling each other out with this first period only being a minute long. You'd hate to make a mistake and give up 3 points off the bat, so Braayson wrestling a little bit more methodically.
Riley Biddle of the Fighting Reasons, East Noble, is wrestling against Cameron Summers of Franklin Community, and that match goes 0-0 after the first minute.
Looks like Hallett gets choice, and he's going to start on bottom, so Braayson will get choice in the third period. Braayson covers. The whistle goes, and looks like Hallett gets to his feet, and Brayson's going to just give him the easy escape. Braayson now working on his hands-head offense, getting wrist control, snapping his opponent's head down. In the corner for his match, looks like it's Landis and Mosier. Braayson now fighting off a shot attempt. Now he circles back inbounds and pushes his opponent out of bounds. Maybe working for a stall call there. Snap down attempt by Braayson, just getting his opponent's head moving, maybe setting up a shot here. Trying to fight for wrist control as he gets his opponent's wrist, backs out. Looking to reset another snap down on the opponent's head. Braayson being a little bit more physical on his feet than we've seen some of his matches this year. Now a snap down to a, looks like a high crotch. He's trying to finish it. Now he keeps on the single leg. Opponent's got a shin whizzer. Braayson maybe looking for a stalemate call, and that's exactly what we're going to get there. 50 seconds left in the second period.
Takedown would be huge here for Braayson.
Yeah, takedown would be huge. Be interesting to see. I'm guessing it'll go bottom in the third if they go 1-0 into the third.
Ballman takes a 5-3 lead over Beck and gives him escape 5-4 that match is with 30 seconds to go in the second period.
Shot attempt by Hallett as Brayson's doing a good job of sprawling, gets his legs back. Now Braayson on an offense of his own. Switches off, double, and he's going to get the takedown. Scores now 3-1, 15 seconds. Coach is urging for Braayson to keep him down here. 10 seconds. Hallett gets to his feet. Braayson following. Chases him almost out of bounds, but Hallett gets his hips free. Scores now 3-2. Going to go to the third period, but it'll be Braayson Shortigan's choice.
That shot was nice on Shortigan. He went single, change off double, changed directions, and caught Hallett setting. Couldn't decide which way to go, and it's good chain wrestling there. And Hallett says, nope, let's go up on our feet.
Yeah, so Braayson chose down. Going to get the free escape. 4-2, start the second period. And Braayson just, when you can take those pauses out of your wrestling game, it takes you to the next level. And that chain wrestling that we've seen from the Adams Central Jets has just taken their team to a whole nother level.
Biddle trails 4-2 in his match in the third period.
So the score 4-2. Braayson has no stall calls against him. He doesn't want to entirely shut down his offense yet, but he can maybe slow down and pick and choose when he wants to attack a little bit more cautiously here. Looks like Riley Biddle's going to get the falls. Brayson's now on a shot attempt. Head inside single. Brings that leg up off the mat. Trying to pull that leg out here and maybe treetop his opponent. Now he's got the leg in between his legs. Trying to pull it out. He does pull it out for a brief second. And Hallett gets his leg back. So they're neutral. Shot attempt by Hallett. 50 seconds left. Another shot attempt. Braayson does a good job sprawling. Got the ankle locked up. Now his opponent switched it off to a head inside single. Braayson by score 4-2. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and Braayson is going to win 5th place here at the state finals at 165 pounds for the Adams Central Jets. And he finishes an amazing junior campaign.
A lot of shout outs here from our local businesses. Wygant Construction, Best One of Monroe, Adams County Waste Solid District, Bloom and Reber Drain Sewer and Septic Service Cleaning, and in business for over 50 years.
Brant Beck and Camden Ballman have people fired up. And I see the text from Steve. I already know what it says. We apologize. We had internet issues during the end there with Braayson, but hopefully we were back in time to hear the last bit. We are, of course, always at the mercy of the internet, but doesn't diminish what Braayson was able to accomplish.
We got a hard line here, and it's strong, but every once in a while there's a little glitch in it.
It just pops up. I wasn't going to interrupt Josh as he was calling it. I just watched as my screen went red and popped back up in green.
I'm thankful that you didn't, because that takes the energy out.
It does. It does. I didn't do it intentionally.
So Dane, how many times you and I have been doing a broadcast and somebody's in the middle of something, we see it go off, and just let them go, because I'm not gonna break your rhythm and say, that was a great call there, but we weren't on the air.
That is how it goes sometimes.
And I'd have to go back and do the history books. I don't know the last time the Jets have had 2 state placers. I know they've had since I've moved here, but I've got to go back and think off the top of my head. I'm guessing Hunter Bates' year. I believe he came down with.
Well, how about 2 placers in the top 5?
Yeah,
especially.
Yeah, and so I'll have to do some homework and kind of figure that one out. But one wonderful weekend for Adams Central.
Well, with that, let's take a break. And as the 175s are on the mat, we'll be right back after this.
When getting the job done right is job one, you need construction equipment that's built right. From compact track loaders to the world's #1 selling compact excavator, the Kubota construction lineup features durable Kubota engines, more comfort, and the versatility to do it all and do it right. Visit your local Kubota dealer today. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Visit Off-Roader Equipment Sales, US 27 in Bern, Indiana, their newly acquired location, State Route 364 in Minster, Ohio, or online at www.offroaderequip.com.
Looking to update your kitchen or bath with new countertops or a complete retrofit? Hobbiger's Ace Lumber in Bern brings you custom CAD kitchen design, along with personalized service with 3D rendering that will help you create and complete the project of your dreams. Hobbiger's offers several lines of quality cabinets plus custom countertops, including the durability and beauty of quartz. Call us today at 800-772-5223 and let us help you with your next project from concept to completion.
The Galley has great food at great prices. Famous for their delicious cod. You need to be sure to try their many seafood dishes along with their chicken, steaks, sandwiches, and fish by the pound to go for your Lenten meals. The Galley is located at 622 North 13th Street in Decatur. Call for carryout at 260-724-8181, and remember, Galley gift certificates always make great gifts. So set sail soon to the Galley in Decatur.
Finding a reliable, affordable, and professional electrician is difficult these days, but in Adams County, there's a name you can trust, and it's Phil Blakey of Blakey Electric. Serving Decatur and the surrounding communities, Blakey Electric does residential and commercial electrical work, both inside and outside. Give Phil a call today at 724-8049 and tell him about the work you need done on your remodel, new building project, or any other electrical project. Leave it to the experts at Blakey Electric, 724-8049, to take care of all of your electrical needs.
Hi, this is Sarah with Anytime Fitness Decatur. Have you ever felt intimidated by the thought of joining a gym? The good news is our coaches have the heart to help you set goals, create a plan, and work together to achieve the results you're after. So stop in and chat with one of our personal trainers, and let's make 2026 the year you get stronger, leaner, healthier, and happier.
Welcome back here as the 175s are on the mat. Vinny Freeman has a lead against Eli Gall, 10-1. Meanwhile, Connor Hoare of Evansville Memorial is leading Jacob Cole, and Griffin Van Titchell is leading 1-0 against Lincoln Cooper of Columbus East. Shout out to Damon Light, your sectional diving champion for Adams Central. And Logan Whitaker, your runner-up. Those two will dive at Southside on Tuesday night. WZBD will have a photographer there. And Josh, who are we looking forward to here for an opponent for our dear Xavier Palacios?
Well, it looks like he will be wrestling for 7th and 8th. Let me flip to my bracket. And I believe with White and Howard in the finals, Harden and McMahon wrestling for third and fourth, looks like Palacios is going to wrestle, I believe, Lucas Anderson of Chesterton, if that's correct.
Okay.
And I don't know if that was an Al Smith match or not. So I know in the years past, Chesterton has wrestled.
Does not list them, does it?
No, it does not.
Now, Belmont wrestled Chesterton. We had that match on the air at Goshen. I know Xavier wrestled in that match. I think Anderson was down. If I remember right, I think Anderson's kind of an undersized 190.
Yeah, he did look small. I saw him walking off the mat last round, and so
I think he might have wrestled Landon Rich. Palacios somewhere around the corner. We can't see him from our vantage point. The X-Man wrestling the final match of his career. To my knowledge, I don't think he has any plans on wrestling in college, but I don't know that for sure. Maybe if we get a chance to talk to him tonight, we'll ask him.
I think he's going to be a farmer, Dane.
Nothing wrong with that.
He's already built for it.
All I've tried to do my whole life.
Taking fifth place for the Plain Kingsman,
Benny Freeman finishes in fifth, 13-1. Van Tichel and Cooper are having themselves quite a scrap over here with 20 seconds left for third place. And what grade is Lincoln Cooper in, Josh?
I believe he's a junior, if I'm correct.
Okay, so he'll be returning next year.
I should know this because he's a junior. He's a thorn in South Adams' side as he wrestled Isaiah Myers at freshman-sophomore state for the title. And we say he maybe broke Isaiah Myers as he came back that following year, his junior year, and just we saw it never the same. And I believe he broke his arm and maybe hurt his back in that match against Lincoln Cooper.
Cooper fights off an attempt by Van Tichel. There was a fleeing the mat call against... Who is that over there? That's Connor Hoare of Memorial. They called him for fleeing the mat. Then he sat there for 10 seconds and sulked about it. And the Rossville coaches wanted a stalling call. It looks like they gave it to him, didn't they?
Yeah, Lonnie hit him with a stalling for sitting over there.
Wow, that was almost 3.
Didn't give it to him. No reaction time. And, guys, how many matches have we seen decided this weekend with last-second takedowns under 5 seconds and matches where guys think he's won it, and next thing you know, they flip the script and they lose in the last 3 seconds.
Well, and like in that situation, you can take a stall call, even if you have a stall against you. Being up 2, you can give up a point, with 5 seconds. Looks like Jacob Cole is going to hold on to it, but.
And with that, as X getting ready to come out, we'll play one more round of messages. We'll be back with his placement match right after this.
At Jackson Associates Financial Services in Portland, we are committed to maintaining the highest standards of integrity and professionalism in our relationship with you, our client. We endeavor to know and understand your financial situation and provide you with only the highest quality information, services, and products to help you reach your goals. Give Troy a call for the latest rates on CDs and learn about the advantages in today's financial climate to invest in your hard-earned dollar. That's Jackson Associates in Portland.
Farming today requires constant adjustments and innovations, technological know-how, and lots of old-fashioned hard work. At Pioneer, our teams are dedicated to serving farmers year-round with the most advanced technologies and localized expertise. Your friends at Brown Seed share in your determination to adapt to an ever-changing industry so that we can better serve you today, tomorrow, and for years to come. Give us a call and we'll go to work maximizing your yields year after year. Call Mike or Kent Brown at Brown Seeds today.
The Double Eagle Clubhouse Grill is where wrestling fans go for a great meal after a big win. Everyone at the Double Eagle is proud of our Adams County wrestlers and their accomplishments this season. Whether you're looking to sit down and have a nice meal after a long tournament, or if you'd like to celebrate with other wrestling fans, the season never ends at the Double Eagle. Come on into the Double Eagle, 1730 Nutman Avenue in Decatur, and enjoy a great meal inside or with carryout today. When you need high school class rings or team state rings, the man to call is Rod Williams of the Herff Jones Company. Rod can also help you seniors with all of your graduation needs. Give Rod a call at 927-0672. That's 927-0672, or like him on Facebook. Rod Williams of the Herff Jones Company is proud to help sponsor wrestling on WZBD.
Choosing your next furnace, heat pump, or AC unit is a difficult decision. But whether you're replacing a unit or building a new house, the guys at Rorick Electric can help. They carry decades of experience, and they're licensed dealers for both Armstrong and Duquesne. Rorick Electric Heating and Air is also able to help you with any residential or agricultural project in the Decatur area. Stick with the local experts you can trust. Rorick Electric Heating and Air.
Back here as Lincoln Cooper has his hand raised for third place, and the 190s have been let out of the gate.
Vinny Freeman takes fifth, and Cole takes seventh.
And guys, what's the first thing you notice about the X-Man?
He's got the old dark blue uniform on. The white ones have not been good to him this weekend.
Nope, so he's going to go back to the traditional varsity singlet, and he's going to finish his career in that. Very fitting, I think. I like it.
Yeah, I like it.
Palacios will be wrestling against senior Lucas Anderson of Chesterton. Palacios 45-4, Anderson 34-10. Palacios puts on the green ankle bands. Anderson will be in red. They come in, they shake hands with the official. They are on mat number 1 for 7th and 8th, and Palacios goes down to a knee. Both wrestlers come out aggressive hands, heavy hands. Palacios front headlock snaps down the head of Anderson. Palacios trying to pick up the pace. He's got an underhook, goes out front headlock now. His opponent tries to sucker drag out. Palacios, good position out front. His opponent tries to turn him. Palacios keeps that underhook tight. Down to 30 seconds left to go here in period number 1. Palacios with some wrist control. Boards in on his opponent. Anderson ties up the wrists. Anderson with a shot. Palacios catches him out front. Palacios front headlock down, snaps down. He's going to hook that back leg with 10 seconds left to go, and Xavier gets the opening takedown. He leads this thing 3-0 with 8 seconds left to go. His opponent tries to sit out, turn in, switch. Palacios stops him there. 2 seconds. Palacios going to take a 3-0 lead into period number 2. In the center mat, Kyle Harden of Indianapolis Cathedral with a 3-1 lead over Colin McMahon of Columbus East. And Corey Tante trails Brody Wingate of East Central 5-0. Palacios takes a down position. His opponent tries to throw a leg in. X tries to catch that arm. His opponent gets a little bit too high. He's got a cradle locked up, but Palacios grabs the wrist and comes out front. Palacios with escape. 4-0 is the score. Wrist control by both wrestlers. Palacios trying to put some heavy hands and put the pressure on the head of Anderson. Palacios trying to get some wrist control here. Palacios with a knee pull, and he gets sucker dragged right through, and his opponent gets the takedown. Palacios got caught reaching a little bit, and his opponent just olayed him. Now his opponent tries to throw the legs in, and X-Man grabs a leg and tips him over. Anderson tried to get some back points, but Palacios goes on through, doesn't give up any back points. Anderson with both boots in on Palacios. Trying to find an arm to power half over, and Palacios tries to sit out of that. Create some space in there. As he has Anderson on his hip, Palacios has wrist control. I thought Xavier was going to be able to turn into him there, and now Palacios catches the leg, and his opponent gets too high. Palacios needs to get his arm out of there and sneak out. Potentially dangerous on the knee is called, so Palacios gets a fresh start from bottom. 4-3 is the score. .52 seconds left to go in period number 2 here. Palacios, no real first move. Works on some hand control. Now he comes up, outside leg stand up. He's going to try to cradle him. There's a spladle down here on mat number 3. Palacios working to sit out, turn in, gets control. Palacios going to get the reversal here. There's a fall right there. That's stuck. Tante has Wingate and a spladle and cradle locked up here by Palacios. Tries to roll him through, and he does get him on through. Palacios has him down. There's a quick fall! Palacios, your 7th place winner here.
And a big sigh of relief from X. Didn't want to really bring it up prior to this, but I can tell you one thing. There was a lot of motivation on Palacios' part. He did not want to have his name written on the 8th place spot on the wall twice. And so that's a huge win for him to end his career, and a fitting way to do it with a fall, guys.
Yeah, and you know how we've seen so many of his matches finish in that cradle. You know, just kind of watching this neat moment as Tim congratulates him on a great career. You know, Xavier, one of those guys, really hard work grew him into the wrestler he is today.
We'll have more about Palacios here when we come back after this break. You're listening to High School Wrestling on WZBD.
Muddy River Football Club is a youth soccer organization in Adams County dedicated to building young players and multi-sport athletes. Growing to multiple teams in various age groups and expanding to U8 and U19 teams, we at Muddy River are excited to welcome your child as the newest member of the team for our upcoming spring season. Visit our website before teams fill up at muddyriverfc.com and get signed up for a soccer team with trained coaches in a weekend league that doesn't cost thousands of dollars or require hours of travel. At Muddy River, we want to see your child grow as a soccer player, no matter their skill level. Sign up today. Some call it overplanning. At Gen Solar Power, we call it foresight. Be prepared for the next power outage with a Generac Home Standby Generator. After sensing a power outage, a Generac generator automatically restores your home's power, whether you're home or away. Generac, it's not just a generator, it's a power move. Contact Gen Solar Power at 226-8833 today for your free in-home consultation. They are a local Generac dealer that offers sales, service, parts, and warranty on all Generac products. Gen Solar Power, your one-stop generator shop. Visit them online at gensolarpower.com. For nearly 2 decades, the Razzmatazz Dance Studio has been sharing their love of dance with young people all over Adams County and the surrounding area. This spring, the competition team will travel to Franklin, Cincinnati, and Indianapolis for regionals. They'll hold their annual recital May 15th, 16th, and 17th at Belmont, and the RMJ Dance Camp will be held at the studios in June. They're also excited about Nationals held this year in Savannah, Georgia in July. A proud supporter of the Adams County community and its schools, the Razzmatazz Dance Studio in Decatur. Healing Within, located in Decatur, provides holistic and compassionate mental health and addiction treatment to those ages 3 and older. Services provided include traditional and play therapy, as well as brain-based approaches that include accelerated resolution therapy and the Cortina method. Life can feel heavy. At Healing Within, they will support you as you move toward clarity, peace, strength, and lasting growth. You don't have to do this alone. Call or text 255-5331 or visit healingwithinllc.net for more information.
Established in 2018 and owned and operated by Kirby and Chastity Harkless, 4GND stands for 4 Girls and Dad, a fully licensed and insured general contractor serving the greater Decatur area. They can take care of your commercial needs from architectural engineering and design, state release, all the way to completion. They also specialize in new homes, new barns, remodels, additions, kitchens, and baths. They might not be a familiar name, but 4 Girls and Dad are built on years of experience working in the architectural world and hands-on construction.
Welcome back here to the IHSAA State Finals. The 215s are on the mat right now, and we are just about ready for what should be a good set of interviews here with some of our combatants from this weekend, Rex.
On mat number 1 is Jaron Kearney, tied up 0-0 with Kellen Feller. That is Pearson Community and Franklin Community. Colin McMahon of Columbus East is going overtime with Kyle Harden of Indianapolis. Cathedral. And Corey Tante and Brody Wingate. That match is just ended. Brody Wingate from East Central, your winner at 194, 5th place. Hardin and McMahon on their feet here. McMahon, the taller of the two.
Hey, there he is. Jump on here with us.
McMahon with the takedown in overtime.
He claims 3rd place. And I don't know if that's going to make Xavier feel better or worse, but Colin McMahon was on it today. And to pick up a win against X and Kyle Hardin shows that he was ready to go. We're joined in the interview booth now by Belmont freshman Chuck Farote. And first off, congratulations on making your way here to the state finals as a freshman. And congratulations on representing Belmont High School very, very well.
Thank you.
We've been talking a lot about you and football over the last couple of hours, and Coach Blaker and your role as the quarterback, and your teammates Sam Wolpert and Grady Baker had nothing but good things to say about you and the way your career is heading. So you got lots and lots of people in your corner.
Yeah, I'm really excited for football and wrestling in the future. It's going to be a lot of fun.
So what did you think you knew about what this weekend was going to be like, and what did you actually learn?
When I got 4th at semi-state, I knew it was going to be hard, but I learned a lot from just this tournament in general. And when I wrestled Dressler, I knew it was going to be a tough one, and he taught me a lot about what I need to work on.
I'll tell you what, Chuck, I thought you had a fantastic semi-state. You know, probably not the best regional, but coming in semi-state, you wrestle a guy that you'd been defeated by twice. You rip through him like he's not even there, and then you rip through the next guy and punch your ticket. And I thought your first 2 rounds of semi-state were just really good.
Yeah, my first match I had a Flowers guy, and it was all mindset because the matches before I thought it was going to be close, and then I went into the match thinking I could just rack up takedowns, and that's what I did. So
we're joined as well by Gabe Myers now, and maybe I'll ask you, Gabe, you know, a lot of people would listen to your guys' mindset stuff and go, that's just something coaches do so that they whatever. Yeah. But there had to be a little bit of that sunk in on Chuck, because there's a lot of guys who would come into a match like that against Flowers with 2 losses already in the season and be like, man, there's no way, that's a bad draw for me. Instead, he approached it in the exact opposite way.
Yeah, that happens a lot in the postseason. People think it might be a closer match than it already is, but yeah, it was mindset for Chuck. He's a lot better than that kid, and yeah, he just had the mindset that match. So,
well, we asked Chuck when you were making your way over here, what did you think you knew about this tournament, and what have you learned since, now that you've actually been involved in it?
The Parade of Champions was cool. Just everything about it was cool. Just seeing all the other good wrestlers here and knowing you belong here. That was a really good feeling, and obviously the competition's the best in the state. So. And
you also following the tradition with the Belmont Braves, and you get yourself an airbrush sweatshirt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was honestly one of the first things I thought of when I won the ticket round.
Now, what? Tell us about the process now. How much time did you spend thinking about who you're going to have on the back of your sweatshirt, and how much of that process happened before you won in the ticket round?
Yeah, so it was actually about that Monday before semi-state I started thinking about it, and then I finally I'm a Star Wars nerd, so I picked Anakin.
I didn't really know what I was going to do because Oliver had a chance to make it, so I was either going to do a trio or a duo with my brother. So if I made it with Henry, then I was going to do a duo, but I just landed on Carnage because Henry's going to do Venom.
Talk about that a little bit, too. You guys are both little brothers, right? And you've taken a couple knocks in the nose from your older brothers, but surely they had some advice for you coming into this weekend. What did Duke have to tell you?
Yeah, he just said, enjoy it, have fun, wrestle hard, you know. At the end of the day, yeah, it's a state tournament, but it's just another match, so just wrestle hard, do what you can do, and leave it all out there.
Yeah, he's been giving me a lot of tips throughout the year, and He just told me to come in with the same mindset as like just a regular match.
So Chuck, with a couple of pretty good 157-pounders leaving our semi-state, do you think it opens the door for you next year?
Yeah, I don't know where I'm going to be next year. I want to try to get bigger for football, but also see where I weigh next year, but we'll see.
You know, with Lincoln Carter and Jackson Bradley both graduating, those are some pretty good guys coming out of our semi-state.
Yeah.
Along with Maverick Duball, who is also graduating.
Yeah.
Getting ready for the end of the 215s here and getting excited for the 285s. Now, you guys have been coming to this tournament for a long, long time. I'm sure you're still sitting there tonight as fans.
Yeah.
Licking your chops, ready for some of these matches. Which one are you looking forward to the most?
Ooh, I don't know. Obviously, Jackson and Lincoln, that'll be a good one. That was a good one last week as well. So, yeah, maybe that one.
You know, Chuck, you've seen Bradley, you wrestled Bradley. That guy does not look like he's all imposing, but he's just so slick. Next thing you know, you're 10 points behind on him.
Yeah, he never gets out of position, it seems like, and he has a high motor, so he just keeps going and keeps shooting on you.
Now, another question that we asked the seniors when they were up here, and Grady and Sam, is now that you guys have both been through this, what kind of advice do you have for Ben Mills, for Austin Manley, for Ollie, for those guys who didn't make it this year but certainly are going to be knocking on the door next year?
Yeah, I would just say, like, when it comes to semi-state, try not to get too nervous. Just wrestle your match. Don't make it a bigger deal than it is. Yeah, and they're all good wrestlers, so they know what to do.
Yeah, I would agree with Gabe on all that. And also, I would just tell them, like, it's all worth it because it's, like, one of the coolest experiences ever. And I wouldn't, like, regret any of the work that I put in already. And I want them to keep working hard. So,
yeah. Well, before we let you go, any last shout-outs, anybody you want to thank, and as we round out the weekend here for Belmont Wrestling?
Just my family, my coaches, everyone that helped me this year. It was a fun year. The seniors, Xavier, Grady, Sam, they were great leaders this year, and it was a really fun team.
I'm going to shout out Henry. He definitely deserved a place this year. He was good enough, but it was just a tough draw and tough match to have on Friday night. But he helped me get a lot better this year, so I just wanted to shout out Henry.
So you think those senior guys, they're guys that you can really kind of lip off to and give some hard time because they're going to be easy on you, aren't they, those three guys?
Yeah.
I don't know about that, but yeah.
Those guys are pretty stern. I think Sam's a great leader, and Grady and Palacios definitely can put the hard hand on you if they need to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, boys, thank you for making your way up here. I want you to make sure that you enjoy the rest of the evening, and we sure have had a lot of fun watching you guys this year.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Once again, that was Gabe Myers and Chuck Farouk. State qualifiers for the Belmont Braves, 2 of the 6 that Belmont brought here this weekend. We'll take a quick break, and we'll bring you the 285 placement round right after this.
Are you tired of the way your driveway looks? Do you think about replacing your sidewalks or adding new ones every time you walk out of the house? Call Taylor Gage Concrete in Decatur. Taylor is a proud member of the new generation of construction professionals in Adams County and has a strong reputation for good, honest concrete work, no matter the size of the project. Reliable, affordable, and dependable, Taylor Gage is your man for your next concrete project. Call TG Concrete at 223-8128 for your next sidewalk, patio, or driveway.
Who wants a complete smile? Or maybe it's just time for a dental cleaning and exam. Visit Dr. Laura Kugelhahn and her gentle, knowledgeable, and caring staff at Complete Smiles, located at 1133 North Main Street in Bluffton, Indiana. Dr. Kugelhahn would like to help you maintain your dental health or transform your smile. Complete Smiles is there to help you. Dr. Kugelhahn is currently accepting new patients. Call 824-3100 today to schedule an appointment.
The loss of a room in your home due to a storm, a flooded basement, or even worse, a house fire are all events that will change your life forever. And it can be even more of a nightmare if you choose the wrong contractor to repair and rebuild. That's where K&R Contractors in Decatur come in. The guys at K&R use the same software as the insurance agencies, and they're at the forefront of the industry in this area when it comes to storm damage restoration. Look them up at K&R Contractors and trust them to get your home or property back to the way it should be.
Soul Pig Barbecue on 2nd Street in Decatur, across from the courthouse, features traditional and not so traditional barbecue, brisket, smoked meats, pulled pork, wings, burgers, soul food, steaks, fish, seafood, and a full bar service. Bring the spouse and the young ones to Soul Pig and enjoy the family side or dine on the bar side. Large portions ensure no one will go home hungry after a Soul Pig meal. Follow Soul Pig on Facebook for the daily, weekend, and entertainment specials.
Timmy Takedown Tree Service on US 224, 3 miles east of Decatur, has firewood for sale. $30 a scoop, $75 for a 6-foot bed, $85 for an 8-foot bed. Timmy Takedown Tree Service can give you a free estimate on removing storm-damaged trees, grinding stumps, or trimming trees. Call 728-9120 and talk with Jake to set up an appointment. Timmy Takedown Tree Service has been in the area's best and most trusted tree service for 50 years. Stop out or call today.
Welcome back as the big boys take the mat for the placement round matches, and we're going to have an absolute dandy in the finals. We hope that as you wrap up your listening to semi-state tonight, that you tune back in, because that 285 match could be the best one of the whole bunch.
This 285 weight class, the whole thing. Look at the guys here wrestling from 3rd down to 8th. I mean, any one of these guys could be on any one of these mats right now. I mean, you could turn a coin and they could be in any position here.
I'll let you guys call these as we try to get our next set of guests in.
In the center mat for 3rd and 4th place, it's Jaquel Markey of Warren Central wrestling against William Gleasing of New Pal. And on mat number 1 for 7th place, it is Hank Redmond versus Griffin Osborne. And for 5th place, it's Hayden Smith of Heritage Hills wrestling against Keenan Mowry of South Putnam. Not a lot of action here in the first 1 minute period, as these heavyweights take a little bit of time to get things rolling. First period's winding down on the 3rd place match, and that goes 0-0. See either a flip of the disc goes to. See if it's going to be Gleasing or Markey. Markey's choice. He will take the down position. And Gleason says, "Nope, don't even get too settled down there. Come up." Gives him his 1. Let's start the 2nd period. Hank the Tank Redmond is in the top position against Osborne down here on mat number 1. They went 0-0 the first period. Smith and Mowry went 0-0 the first period. Mowry started in a down position, and Smith has him trying to tree chop him. Gleason bear hugs Markey to the mat. Gets a 3 takedown, does not get any near fall out of it. Markey is able to recover from that. Markey comes up to his feet, turns in, faces Gleason, gets his 1. So it's a 3-2 match for 3rd and 4th place. About 1:10 left to go. Redmond still right in top position on mat number 1 for the 7th place match. Redmond catches Osborne with a half Nelson. Doesn't get him turned with it. Redmond, a small heavyweight, but he's a powerful one. This heavyweight match is going on right now. It's a 1-0 lead for Keenan Mowry of South Putnam over Hayden Smith. And now we're joined in the interview loft by the 2 Adams Central Bagabas. Congratulations on your placements here, gentlemen. Dana's asked other people who interviewed, what did you take away from this weekend? either one of you?
These boys got a lot of grit, and they're going to wrestle tough, so we got to be prepared and ready to roll.
And there's some levels to it too. Like, there's some top level guys, and then there's some that, I mean, you're good and they're here, but not that level yet.
You know, both you guys placing as juniors. What's the summer hold for you to key up for your senior season now?
We'll be just like last year. We'll be grinding, working all summer, working our butts off, and we'll come back here better, stronger, quicker.
Yeah, a lot of wrestling and lifting.
So Braayson, you got need some extra hands picking corn for you to help out?
Yeah, probably.
So you know when you come up, Rex is going to bring that up.
Yeah, I know. It's about every time.
Well, I spend a lot of time sitting there BSing with him and his dad and his grandpa by the back of the pickup truck out in Scarlett's parking lot, because that's my summertime chore. And I tell you what, that's where you learn all the inside stuff. You learn where they're going to go wrestle in the summer and what they're going to do. And you guys are both, Dylan, you started at 57, went down to 50. Do you see you guys kind of staying in that same weight range, or you think you're going to put on some weight and some muscle this summer and change weight classes?
I'll focus on getting more strength and getting bigger, putting on some muscle for sure. I'm long, and I gain weight pretty quick.
I might stay here. I'm not sure yet. It just depends on how big I get.
You know, Josh and I talked to Dylan, and we said that the young man you wrestled in your placement round, you guys were built almost identical to each other, and it really made it a close match, and you guys wrestled pretty much the same style.
Now, kind of. I mean, we both have always matched our levels, matched our style, but I don't know. I think we wrestle pretty similar.
Yeah. Now, you guys will look back on this weekend, and you guys might not realize that, I was thinking back in the history. I don't know the last time Adams Central has had 2 top 5 finishers. You guys have done a great job, and people back home have been proud following you along. What's some goals next year? You don't have to set maybe a target, but what are some things that you want to accomplish next year? And it could be as simple as, I want to make a trip back here. I want to place again. You don't have to say placement, but what are some things you want to grow? You already said physically, but mentally, wrestling-wise, what are some things that you need to see over this offseason?
I would definitely like to come back and be under the lights next year. It's always a good feeling climbing the ladder. So just going up and getting better from where you start is just always a good feeling. So that's my goal, just to do better than the year before.
I'd say probably the same thing. Get back here, and try to be under the lights, be cool experience, and just keep climbing the podium.
Yeah, and that'll be a neat thing to see you guys chase, because there hasn't been many Bagabas that have been under the lights, and you guys have grown into phenomenal wrestlers. And this weekend we always talk throughout as the weekend goes. It's up and down. Sometimes you have a great round, and the next round it's a tough weekend, and you guys wrestled well and managed that well. Now you guys get to maybe enjoy some food. Is that an option, or you guys celebrate a little bit?
Yeah.
What's the celebration? You talked at semi-state. How are you going to celebrate this weekend? Because I think that's a big part of making it here, is taking a breath and realizing I get to celebrate a little bit, even if it's only for an evening and back to the grind. So how do you guys celebrate?
Well, definitely by eating food. That's always.
What's the go-to? That brought a smile to your face.
I'm big into the milkshakes. I always go to the milkshakes. That's been my biggest craving throughout the whole season. That's where I went after my match. Go get a milkshake. But yeah, lunches will not be as miserable. Eating our chicken breast all the time, that's not fun. So yeah, that'll be nice. Just done cutting weight, can actually feel good.
Yeah. Braayson, is there something that you're looking forward to?
Just ice cream.
Just ice cream.
Yeah. Been craving it for a while, and this sounds really good.
So you guys, as juniors, you got another year coming back. You had a couple of seniors. You're just losing a couple of guys in your seniors this year. But Look at some of those younger guys that wrestled really well for you. Who are some of those guys that you look forward to trying to bring back down here with you next week or next year?
Definitely like Cale Beer, Xander Schwartz be another one too.
You got Cruz Bauer down low. Cruz has spent a lot of time working in the summers and has had a pretty good freshman season.
Yeah, him too.
Yeah, and you bring up Cale's younger brother, who should be pretty tough. I know he was a middle school state placer, and we brought up Cruz Bauer earlier, in this broadcast weekend, and he just won the North qualifier for freshman sophomore state. There's a lot of depth to that team. You guys could bring back. We were talking to Hunter Bates, a former AC grad, and he said a number that I don't know if they've ever done it or it's been a while. He said, I'd like to see 6 guys back here plus for AC, and I sat back and thought about it, and I'm like, it's very possible. You guys have had a great season, and we've gave everyone else the opportunity. Who are some people you'd like to thank at this point in the season, in your guys' career, people that have kind of pushed you along? We'll go with you, Og, first.
In the practice room, I wrestled with Logan Mosier. He was an AC graduate, state qualifier, 2-time state qualifier. I mean, he was a great wrestler. He pushes me past my limits every single day, just grinding, working hard, getting me to where I needed to be. Definitely my family. My family is a big support. I thank them. I wouldn't have been able to do that without them. And most importantly, God. I mean, he's always there, always looking to him. So, yeah, those are the key people. I mean, coaches, family, God, those are people that keep you going.
Those are the three most important things. You can tell Logan, he comes from the uglier side of my family, so we are related.
Yeah.
You can have that over him. Braayson, what are some things and people you want to thank or kind of give a shout-out to?
Definitely my family. They've always been there to support me and give me the opportunities to get better at the sport, and coaches, and definitely God is number one.
That's neat. Yeah, it seems like we talked to a lot of Adams County wrestlers, and you guys follow the same sentiment of having, your priorities straight with family, your faith, and, your friends that push you in the wrestling room.
Well, gentlemen, the heavyweights have finished with Gleason taking 3rd, Mowry taking 5th, and Osborne taking 7th. And as this season winds down, we congratulate you guys on your state placements, and good luck, and have a good summer, and work hard, and see you back here next year.
Thank you.
Thank you.
They talking about the airbrush sweatshirts and who they have on our back and why they picked them. The officials getting their picture taken for the state finals officials in the center mat, as they always do toward the end of the year. And Josh, as soon as you're asking him about what foods you want to go to, as Josh takes his heads off, Dane, Texas says chicken, potatoes, and green beans down there.
You guys go get your head start. I'll wrap it up here. I'll see you down there. Play a quick round of messages and wrap it all up right after this.
Put your tax return to great use and enjoy its benefits all summer long with frozen meat packages from Manly Meats, where we offer quarters, halves, and sides of beef, whole and half hogs, plus a variety of frozen box specials starting at only $55. Save money and get the most out of your tax return when you make Manly's your destination for quality meats and custom butchering. We're 4 miles east of Monroe, just off Highway 124.
Selling land these days is no easy task, so you have to have a pro. Justin Griffin with Schrader Auctioneering and Realty of Fort Wayne specializes in farmland, estate sales, and homes in the Decatur and greater Fort Wayne area. With over 2,000 acres sold in the last 5 years, Justin's knowledge can help guide you with your sale. Give him a call or visit www.schraderfortwayne.com to find out more about how he can help you with your sale.
Throwing a party? Call Adams County Tent and Party Rental to make it a very special occasion. Adams County Tent and Party Rental has delivery on tents, tables, chairs, linens, and bounce houses for weddings, birthday parties, graduations, retirement luncheons, and business meetings. No event is too big or too small for Adams County Tent and Party Rental. Call Landon at 223-2040 or like them on Facebook. Looking for summer work? Give Adams County Tent and Party Rental a call today.
At Bullenbacher & Associates, we know small businesses are the heart of Adams County. You're the ones who keep our community thriving, and we're here to help you succeed.
As your trusted CPA firm, we specialize in helping small businesses grow. And right now, we are accepting appointments for tax preparation. Call today at 260-726-4207 to schedule your appointment. Bullenbacher & Associates, supporting small businesses, supporting Adams County.
When it comes to excavating, the name to know is Luganville Excavating. Luganville Excavating can do total site development, dig your basement or pond, put in your septic system, even grade and install your driveway. Call today at 849-0251 or like them on Facebook. Luganville Excavating has 40 years of experience, gives free estimates, and guarantees all of their work. When it comes to the dirty work, Luganville Excavating will get her done. Give Brent a call today.
Welcome back here as we wrap up this segment of our coverage. Your team scores: Center Grove enjoys a 15.5-point lead over Brownsburg, 133-117.5. Crown Point sitting third with 77.5. Delta in fourth with 71, and Lowell in fifth with 64.5. The rest of your top 10: New Prairie, Avon, Columbus, East Cathedral, and Evansville Mater Dei. We had a fourth place finish for Dylan Ogg at 150, a fifth place finish for Braayson Shan at 165, and a seventh place finish for Xavier Palacios. And with that, we round out our segment here. We'll be back at roughly 7:20 to bring you the rest of the action here. You're listening and have been listening to High School Wrestling on WZBD.
You've been listening to exciting high school wrestling. Brought to you in part by the many community-minded sponsors you heard. And a special presentation of 92.7 WZBD.